Hey guys, this is Joshua32 here, coming at you with a spectacular character debut. We're going to be checking out the TOXIC CITRON today. I recorded this gameplay and then I didn't really feel like doing a commentary at the time, a live commentary, but I really wanted to check this character out. He's one of the new characters that came with the Zany Zombopulous Pack 1, the Part 1 DLC. Free of charge. That's great. Thank you. Appreciate that, PopCap. That's really awesome. I'm just gonna get right off the bat here and say that this actually turns out to be a pretty slow match from the beginning, and then toward the end I just start raking in the kills after I start getting used to how this character acts and where you want to use him. I'm not really gonna talk about the gameplay though this time around. I'm really going to actually discuss a little bit of things that have been going on with the PvZ community in general. A lot of people have been talking about different characters and how they've been balanced and whether or not they like the update. Specifically, I want to start talking about the Citrons in general. Now, my opinion is based mostly off of fighting against Citrons because, well, up until this point right here, this game right here, I haven't played as the Citrons after the latest update. From what I can tell, with just playing as the TOXIC Citron, is that the Citrons are really powerful. And before the update, some of the Citrons that I did play as, those specifically the Frozen Citron, he seemed really powerful before he got buffed. So it seems to me like there's a little bit of an argument there for people that are saying that they're overpowered, but I'm not quite on that edge yet. I'm not quite ready to say that myself yet. I don't really necessarily believe that. I'd like to play as them a little bit more and to play against them a little bit more, give it a little bit more time to, just kind of figure out what's going on here and like whether or not, are there reliable counters to the Citrons. And like this particular situation in this gameplay that I'm about to do right now, like going up against two Super Brains is a good idea. Like I'm outnumbered here and I don't really come out on top, but the sad part is the one guy was AFK until I came around the corner. but I ended up losing, so there's a lot of opportunity. If Citron was really overpowered and I got the jump on those guys, I should have been able to take him out quick. The first one that was AFK out quickly, and then continued to just destroy the other one, but that's not the case. That's not how it went down. So there's I can kind of see both sides where he's beatable. Sure, it was a 2v1, but whatever. But he's also extremely powerful. The thing I have to ask myself is whether or not I feel that the buff was necessary in the first place. And right now, honestly, I can't give you a straight answer on that. And until I play the Citron more, I'm going to hold off on forming an opinion on whether or not I consider the Citrons overpowered. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Maybe there's somebody here that has a little bit more experience playing as him or against him. One thing that I do find appropriate about the whole thing is the fact that as an imp, I'm now scared of Citrons. Citron was supposed to be the imp's hard counter, and in a way, after this buff, he kind of has become that. However, I'm not really sure if that was due to the Citron getting a buff, or because the imp has larger hitboxes now. Like, it's a lot easier to get hit as the imp in general, not just the Citron. While we're talking about the update, I want to bring up the scientists and the nerf that they received. First of all, the warp seems like it requires a lot more in the way of skill than it used to. That cooldown nerf that it had received, it's a pretty significant one, and you have to be very careful and mind your warps. You don't want to waste them. You have to use them when they're appropriately used. You don't just use them to get into the map quicker. That being said, the top 3 scientists are still pretty powerful. This is something I kind of worried about at first before the update, that they would be just nerfed to the ground, and it doesn't seem to be the case right now. They seem like they're still viable. They just also at the same time seem like they're a little bit more skill based. Now, I have those 3 characters already mastered, so I've been working on the other scientists. This is where it gets a little bit harder. I was working with the paleontologist, who's also still a pretty strong character, but it's been kind of a struggle lately. I think it's something that you can get past if you just practice and try harder with the person. The nerf didn't really affect him all that much. It's just that he's, after getting used to the stronger characters, he's just a little bit underwhelming. Now, the characters that I've been playing the most as have been the sunflowers, and I've been loving the buff that they got. I feel like the buff has been needed for quite some time now. The only two flowers that I still feel a little underwhelmed with is the power flower and the alien flower. Now, the alien flower is a little bit okay. It's just every time I play as her, I have to kind of get used to the way she fires again. But the power flower, it was never really the damage for me that she did, or the lack thereof. It was always the way that she hits the projectiles, the way I tend to miss a lot with her, and I can't really put my finger on why, but I'm sure if I got used to that, the way her projectiles work, I'm betting that I would start to notice how well the buff actually helped her, because right now I can't really see how well it helped her, because with this particular character, my accuracy is in the dirt. When it comes to the stuffy sunflower, the standard sunflower, all the sunflowers that are kind of mid-range for me, they all got a step up in my opinion of them. And my top tier 2 favorite sunflowers are still my 2 favorites, even though the vampire sunflower didn't get a buff. I'm actually kind of happy about that, because I always felt she was in a good spot before the update. So I didn't really think she needed it. I kind of just wanted every other sunflower to be kind of in that area that she was always at, the vampire sunflower. And I'm happy to say that it feels like they are, for the most part. I can't wait to do the next Sunflower Sunday. I'm going to actually check out the fire sunflower and just show her off a little bit. At this point in the game, I'm starting to realize what the TOXIC CITRON is all about. Sticking behind from a distance, taking people out, especially with this many super brains and scientists running around. I want to keep my distance, fire into groups as much as possible, take them down. With that being said, I'm noticing that I'm leaving a lot of orbs on the ground. They're able to pick up a lot of the orbs, so a lot of my efforts are kind of in vain right now with this particular game mode. So he's a little bit better suited for game modes where people have to group up. Turf Takeover is a great example of that. However, even in this game mode, having somebody get in your back from afar, providing that Overwatch position where he can help take out guys from a distance, I feel he really fills that role really well, even in a game mode like this, so long as you have the characters that are in the front line. I really did like this character. He was a lot less underwhelming than the Breakfast Brains variant was. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why they decided to have him only have 175 health. With as popular as the new variants are, as people are unlocking them, you see a lot less of Breakfast Brains than you do as TOXIC CITRON. TOXIC CITRON's a lot more popular right now, and with good reason, because I think they really did mess that character up. I don't think they balanced him correctly, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got a health buff by the next update. It looks like we're coming up on the end of the match. Let's see how well we did. 50 to 28, we just absolutely destroyed. We probably would have destroyed more if I was collecting better, if I was doing a better job at collecting orbs, but there I am. Look at those boasts. 26 kills, 14 kill streak, and a bunch of assists. Let's see how we did on the 6.5 KD. Look at that. Look at that. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. How did we do in the capture pack? Oh, it was a wub. We didn't get anything. But I'm still looking for those legendaries, guys, so watch out for those spectacular character debuts, too. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later.